when you're scrolling through the JOS forum groups and you're looking at these people and and the profile pictures they use to represent themselves. You'll see a lot of these people are using Japanese anime pictures to represent who they are. As they say, our artwork is the expression of the soul. So let me try to find one for you guys. I made a video about this in the past, showing that there's a lot of people that get into, Japanese anime that also involve themselves with the JOS, like you could see here, and this is kind of artwork that, you'd think like a pedophile would get into, or like, a little girl or a little kid or something. I can't picture a grown man actually, thinking this type of shit is cool. But anyways, scrolling down, so I saw one anime picture that was just really nice. So here you go again. It's like that's another thing that you'll notice about a lot of these JOS members. It drives me fucking nuts, man. Like, these people can sit there and claim white supremacy, claim that, their race is the master race and they're better than everyone else, but yet you'll see these people, supporting, representing themselves with Japanese anime pictures, like as if their culture is like not cool enough, or they just think it's their culture is just that boring to where they're not, to where they have to be interested in somebody else's culture and then actually rip artwork off from Japanese people and use it to represent themselves, and that's what we call a culture vulture, So it's just like when I see a white supremacist use Japanese, or Asian tattoos and like fucking and Japanese anime, to plastered all over their Facebook, fucking profiles and all that. It's like, man, it just kind of it's like hypocrisy to the fucking 33rd degree, and the second thing that I noticed about these people that get involved with the JOS, these white supremacists, you'll notice that a lot of them always use like avatars, like white people with blue eyes, fucking white skin, but they always have black hair, and it's almost like a fucking, it's like a spit in the face to anyone with naturally, like, my hair's natural black, and it's almost like a spit in the face to those that fucking are born, with natural black hair. It's like, what, you're not proud of your own fucking hair color? You're not proud of fucking your brown or blonde hair? So you have to fucking, dye it black, or fucking, again, it's just kind of like to me, it just feels like, it's somebody that has an identity problem. Somebody that, isn't proud of themselves and who they are, so they have to pretend to be someone else, someone that they're not. And it just, you see a lot of black people do that shit too, with that MK Ultra shit nowadays, like dye their hair blonde, because they're not proud of who they are. They're not proud of being black. And it's like fucking, it doesn't only seem like, these white supremacists on the JOS are fucking culture vultures, but it also seems like, fucking that it even goes down to their very gods, like Satan. He's a white man supposedly, or a white Nordic alien that fucking, that's not, I don't want to say man, because Satan, according to the JOS, is an alien, an extraterrestrial. So that never evolved from that. I don't think. And I asked Maxine that question before too. Like, well, what kind of species did Satan evolve from? Did he evolve from apes, or did he evolve from a different kind of creature? And she's like, well, you know what? I never thought about asking Satan or the gods that question before. So so that kind of goes to show you that Maxine doesn't know anything about the aliens that she's getting involved with, and she's not even on their level, psychically speaking, spiritually speaking. Maxine, she's like, I mean, you could just tell that this is not a woman that really questions the gods, that really thinks outside the box, like, where did these gods come from? Who are they? Like, why did they create humanity? It's like she doesn't critically think about, why Satan would go through all this work. I mean, like, and I asked this question before on their e-groups, like, why would Satan, because, according to the JOS, Satan created humanity through genetic engineering. And this is a being that's hundreds of thousands of years old, and they're very, very advanced. Yet they would they would risk war because they fell in love with a bunch of monkeys that they decided to give human genetics to, and to create, humanity in the first place. I mean, that's why Satan created us. Like, Satan went against his superiors, according to the JOS, gave us the genes to become human, because he was a hippie that cared about, animals, like, out there fighting for animal rights. And then he would risk war against his own people and other alien forces, because he went against, I mean, come on, I mean, the story isn't logically sound. I mean, I can't believe I never fucking saw through this shit back when I was a member of the JOS. And the only way, I mean, and the only reason why I did started to, actually critically think on it is when I got put into the situation I'm in now, which is a very damning situation. I have an astral fucking parasite attached to my astral body that won't get the fuck off. It's ruining my life. It's taking away everything I fucking have now, that I hold dear and love, and my respect, my honor, my fucking dignity, my very fucking essence. It's literally taking all that shit away from me, day by day, and I don't know where I'm gonna be at fucking here, even in a few years. I don't know if I'm gonna be alive or fucking or dead. But they don't. And then I'm talking about dead, like, on a soul level, because fucking they don't kill people fucking physically. They don't have to. But anyways, I wanted to say that even their gods are like some of the biggest culture vultures around. Like, Satan. Like, Satan is supposed to be this white Nordic alien, and this Nordic alien has the nerve to call himself the Lord of Darkness. Well, that's a fucking bullshit fucking claim right there. I mean, you can't be the Lord of Darkness if you're not of the darkness. I mean, there's a difference of being born into darkness and being of darkness, And me, with naturally brown skin, naturally black hair, I'm of the darkness. Each color on the planet, I mean, each color in the universe has a magical property to it. It has its own fucking magical properties, And these magical properties, I mean, they exist. Whether people whether people realize this or not, or if they, or unless, I mean, even if they don't want to acknowledge it, there is a magical property behind each color, and even the JOS says this. Black, the color black, darkness, man. It's, you can't be the Lord of Darkness if you're not fucking, if it's not a part of you, if you're not of it. There, like I said, there's a difference between being born into darkness and being of it, And Satan, being a white man, you can never know the darkness like I can, or or any, you know, any Asian or Native American or fucking or black person out there, you can't know it. You're a white person, and fucking and you can know the light, you can know the light, but you can't know the darkness. And this is the reason why, you know, and Satan and his demons, they're evil anyways. I mean, but you know, but they can never fucking be. They can never, and since evil is a dark quality, is a yin quality, they can never know it to the same extent that us darker people can. So if us darker people were allowed to achieve higher levels of consciousness, which we're not because of this matrix and the aliens that keep us from fucking advancing. I mean, if that weren't the case, there'd be people out there on the streets right now levitating and fucking and demonstrating these psychic abilities to the masses. That's interesting. Tattoos. So I mean, I'm sure some of you checked out my video about host bodies and tattoos. You can find it on my channel. I think the video is called like tattoos host bodies like to use to represent themselves. And the mask is always big symbolism. To you know, a mask and one eye symbolism is always, you know, and then you got the serpent, the reptile right here. It's always, you know, symbolism showing that, you know, they're putting on the mask represents their double life. You know, they lead two lives. So you know, they got their false human life, and then they got their real reptilian life or their alien life.